Look at this crowd. Over 130,000 fans packed into the Narendra Modi Stadium in Ahmedabad. For much of the cricket world, this T20 World Cup final looks like a foregone conclusion, a scheduled coronation for the Indian national team. India has bulldozed their way to this moment. They have reached 4 consecutive International Cricket Council tournament finals, and the prevailing media narrative assumes the trophy belongs to them before the first ball is even bowled. This chart shows the head-to-head T20 World Cup history between these two teams from 2007 to 2021. It reveals a glaring problem for the home favorites. New Zealand holds a flawless 3-0 win record against India in this specific tournament. The Black Caps, the official nickname for the New Zealand national team, are India's ultimate boogeyman. They operate as a disciplined unit that has consistently acted as a psychological barrier, stalling India's progress in high-stakes knockouts for over a decade. While the highlight reels focus on Indian brilliance, the underlying data tells a different story. India currently has 3 massive tactical leaks. If New Zealand pulls off the upset today, they will do it by executing a highly specific 3-step blueprint. Step 1 relies entirely on the environment. The pitch in Ahmedabad is made of black soil. This specific composition causes the ball to grip and slow down off the surface, making run scoring difficult and spin bowling incredibly potent during the first innings. But that physics equation changes entirely once the sun goes down. At 8 p.m., the dew factor kicks in. Condensation forms rapidly on the brass, coating the match ball in a thick layer of moisture. This creates what tacticians call the toss trap. If New Zealand's captain wins the pre-match coin toss and chooses to chase a target, they force India to bowl with a wet, slippery ball. That moisture completely neutralizes India's dangerous spin attack because the bowlers simply cannot grip the seams to turn the ball. A skidding, wet ball that slides easily onto the bat is a dream scenario for explosive New Zealand opening batters like Finn Allen. We saw how he handles these conditions earlier in the tournament when he demolished South Africa with 100 runs off just 33 balls. The environment itself is New Zealand's first tactical weapon, capable of stripping India of their ability to control the game's tempo. Step 2 targets a glaring structural weakness in the middle overs. India relies heavily on their primary spin bowler, Varun Chakravarthy, but his recent performance has taken a severe nosedive. This bar chart illustrates Chakravarthy's recent data leak. Over his last 4 appearances, he has hemorrhaged 186 runs while securing a total of only 4 wickets. When your primary spinner fails to contain the scoring rate, it triggers a tactical domino effect. The captain is forced to bring in part-time bowlers, like Shivam Dube, to fill the mandatory overs, and Dube's numbers are alarming. This data maps the performance gap between Dube and the elite baseline, including a devastating stretch where he gave up 46 runs in 2 overs. Compare that directly to the tightly restricted economy rate set by Jasper Bumrah. New Zealand knows this math perfectly. Their middle order doesn't need to take risks against India's best bowlers. They simply need to wait out the dangerous overs and ruthlessly attack Dube's designated time with the ball. India's extreme over-reliance on Jasper Bumrah isolates him. It creates a mathematical vulnerability right in the middle of the game, handing a clinical team like New Zealand a brightly lit target to attack. Step 3 flips the script to India's batting lineup, specifically targeting the faltering form of their young opening batter, Abhishek Sharma. This line graph maps out Sharma's statistical collapse during this tournament. Across 7 matches, he has managed a meager 89 total runs, a stretch that includes 3 dismissals for exactly 0 runs. Sharma operates with a reckless, hit-everything mentality. He wants to hit boundaries on every delivery, and scouting reports show a clear inability to read and react to high-quality spin bowling. New Zealand will use this to set a trap. They are highly likely to deploy their spin specialists, Mitchell Santner and Rachin Ravindra, in the earliest overs of the match, applying a direct chokehold to exploit Sharma's impatience. By removing the opening batter cheaply through an early spin attack, New Zealand can instantly rip away India's top layer of defense, exposing the middle order to extreme pressure before they even have a chance to settle in. India enters this final under the crushing weight of historical expectations. The home crowd demands what they call 2003 Kabadla, direct revenge for the 2003 World Cup, attaching a deep psychological pressure to every single delivery. To survive New Zealand's three-step blueprint, India must deploy vital countermeasures. If the top order collapses early, they absolutely need stabilizing forces to step in and absorb the impact. That responsibility falls on Sanju Samson and Suryakumar Yadav. Samson is in extraordinary form right now, and Yadav's adaptability makes them the mandatory shields required to deflect the New Zealand spin trap. If India loses the toss and is forced to bat first, the math is unforgiving. To build a sufficient safety net against the incoming dew factor, they must cross a 200-run threshold. Anything less, and the scoreboard pressure will be overwhelming. The favorite tag is a dangerous illusion. When you look closely at the data and the matchups, the team that ultimately hoists this trophy won't be the one with the biggest superstars. It will be the team that best hides its own structural flaws.